Hello again, welcome to the channel. My name is Dina. Today's video is about the baby rubber plant Peperomia or Peperomia obtusifolia. I will talk about plant care, how I'm growing this plant, and how I plan to propagate this Peperomia. I have a few peperomias in my collection, and this plant is one of the first. I got it from IKEA, and after growing a few peperomias for more than a year now, I can say that this plant is hands down the easiest to grow in my environment and the best to maintain its form. Another good news is that it is also pet friendly. I love the succulent-like leaves. It is very forgiving if I happen to forget to water this plant. I don't get drooping or browning leaves like other plants if it is a bit underwatered. I do check the soil to make sure that the top part feels and looks dry before I water the plant, and then I water it thoroughly until the water runs well through the drainage pot. In my experience, this plant is also not fussy when it comes to humidity. Yes, a high humidity is ideal, but it has done really well with just indoor humidity without me using a humidifier. I use a weak concentration of liquid fertilizer every time I water this plant. I have repotted it once and it seems to be happy in this terracotta pot. I have used a mixture of potting soil, perlite, cocoa peat, some pine bark, and charcoal in the mix. This peperomia loves a lot of bright indirect light. I would say it tolerated a period of low light really well here in my home. That was before I started using grow lights, but the growth was really slow. So I suggest giving it a lot of bright indirect light to see a really bigger plant, but no harsh light or really strong afternoon sun that can burn the leaves. I also suggest bringing it indoors in the winter because it can get stressed from the cold, especially if the temperature dips down to 10 or lower, like here in Adelaide. This peperomia grows upright and a bit trailing. It can get up to 10 to 14 inches tall, and the leaves can get up to 3 to 4 inches wide, but my plant here remained compact rather than trailing, and I'm okay with that. At the moment it is about 5 inches tall, so it can still grow a bit more. Some pests like mealybugs or spider mites can be an issue, so a regular check of the foliage is important. Prevention is always better than a cure, and the cure can be a painful process, so let's just avoid getting to that stage. I will propagate this plant by taking stem cuttings of about 3 inches long, and that will give me more baby rubber plant peperomias, and that will also encourage the plant to grow bushier. Stem cuttings can be rooted in water or planted straight into a potting mixture. I think the baby rubber plant is a great introduction to peperomia care if you're thinking of starting your own collection. This plant is compact, it is ideal for small spaces, and also very easy to look after. That's all for today. Thanks again for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't yet. Leave a like, comment, hit the bell, and I'll see you again in my next video.